You ever get told to leave your own property by a teenage girl in oversized sunglasses and a crop top? Yeah, that happened to me. Except I'm not just some lady she stumbled across. I'm the police chief of Granite Hollow, and that ranch she tried to kick me off of. It's been in my family since before she was born. Name's Rachel Hayes. I've been chief in this town for 5 years, and let me tell you, nothing in all my years of service prepared me for the circus that unfolded on my front lawn that Sunday morning. I'd just gotten back from a police summit in Austin. I was tired, dusty, still wearing my boots, just wanted to drop off supplies at the barn and catch my breath. But the second I pulled up to the side entrance, I knew something was off. Streamers on my gate, beer cans in the pond, and was that music coming from my barn? I parked quiet and walked up the path, thinking maybe there was some emergency community event I forgot about. But then I saw her, Brianna Whitmore, standing on my porch with her little posse like she was filming an episode of Teen Tyrants. She pointed right at me and said, "You're not invited. My mom says this place is reserved for us today." I blinked. "Excuse me?" "Yeah, you need to leave. We're having a party. This land belongs to the HOA, and my mom's the president, so technically you're trespassing." I swear I thought it was a joke. I looked past her and saw boys riding my horses like it was some rodeo game, girls doing TikToks by the stables, and snack tables spread across my lawn like it was spring break. It wasn't just disrespectful. It was an invasion. I said calmly, "You're making a mistake." But she just rolled her eyes, pulled out her phone like she was about to call security, and then, God help me, she shoved me, said I was creeping them out. That was it. I clipped my badge back onto my belt, pulled my radio from my hip, and just as I opened my mouth to speak, I heard the screech of tires up the gravel. Enter Cassandra Whitmore, HOA president, serial control freak, and walking Botox ad. She stepped out of her SUV like she was arriving at a charity gala. "Rachel, dear," she cooed, "I thought you were out of town." "I came back early." She waved me off like I was a leaf in the wind. "Oh, no worries. We're just letting the kids enjoy themselves. They needed a safe space." "You picked the wrong space," I said. "This land isn't yours." "But you weren't using it," she replied, smiling like a snake. And just when I thought it couldn't get dumber, Brianna called 911. I watched her press that call button and heard her say, "There's a strange woman trespassing on our property. She's acting really aggressive." I didn't laugh. I didn't even flinch. I just raised my badge to full view and calmly said into my radio, "Dispatch, this is Chief Hayes. I need backup at my residence. Trespassing situation. Send a unit." Silence, then panic. But things went from wild to what the hell real fast, because that's when one of the boys yelled that Thunder, my prized gelding, had jumped the fence and was headed for the road. I took off running. He's not just any horse. He was my dad's favorite. Losing him? No, I wasn't going to let that happen. By some miracle, I caught him before he hit the highway. Got him turned back with nothing but a whistle and a prayer. Got back to the ranch panting, dirt on my shirt. Just in time for Deputy Collins to pull up and take in the mess. Chief, what am I walking into?" "You're looking at property damage, trespassing, unauthorized entry, maybe even endangering livestock." Cassandra tried to play it off. "It's just a misunderstanding." "Yeah, sure. Until Jose, my ranch hand, found the words, 'HOA owns this now, Brianna,' scratched into my barn door, with my missing garden shears. That's when it got personal, and then it got worse. Brianna started screaming about her missing phone like the world was ending, claimed someone stole it. But that phone, oh, it wasn't just any phone. It had a video file titled HOA Takeover. 2 minutes of pure stupidity, her friends breaking stuff, spray painting my stalls, laughing about how they'd kicked the chief off her own land. They filmed it like a prank video. I stared at that screen and felt my stomach twist. This wasn't just disrespect anymore. This was a crime. When I asked about the video, Brianna froze. Cassandra started bargaining, offering donations, cleanup crews, even tried to guilt me with, "Please don't ruin her future." But then Jose found something even worse. My father's hand-stitched saddle. Gone. In its place, a nasty little note. "Told you we could take whatever we wanted." I nearly lost it. That saddle was the last piece of him I had left. The same one he used to teach me how to ride, how to lead cattle, how to respect the land. It wasn't just leather, it was legacy. That night, I tracked the thief using footage from a hidden cam. 3 girls, one with purple hair and a rhinestone hoodie. Brianna said her name was Melinda. I paid her a visit. Found the saddle stuffed into a gym bag by the door like it was some prop from a school play. Her excuse? I thought it was just decoration. I gave her 24 hours to return it to the sheriff's office, or I'd file felony theft charges. She bawled, promised restitution, and I left with the saddle and a fire in my chest. But they didn't stop. The next day, someone sent me a gallon of green lawn dye with a note. "For the grass queen." Then a TikTok video appeared, drone footage of my ranch, with the caption, "She thought it was over, it's just getting started." They were mocking me, taunting me, watching me. I tracked the drone's launch point. It came from Nancy Whitmore's backyard, Cassandra's best friend, vice president of the HOA. And guess what? My department traced a whole thread of texts from Nancy's phone coaching the girls, telling them when to strike, how to earn their stripes. This wasn't teenage rebellion. It was adult manipulation. Grooming. So I called for a town hall. And this time it wasn't at City Hall. It was on my land. Cameras, reporters, neighbors. I stood in front of them, hit play on the projector, and showed everything. The videos, the texts, the drone, the saddle, the note, gasps, cursing. Eyes turning toward Cassandra and Nancy like they'd just realized their queens weren't royalty. They were criminals. Nancy got arrested on the spot. Cassandra tried to slip out but got stopped by my deputy. Brianna wasn't even allowed in the building. And for the first time in a long time, I felt something like peace. But just as the applause faded, I got one last message. No name, no sender, just 4 words. "Not your land anymore." And I'll ask you this, so who was really in the wrong here?